What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here, another instant match reaction. The game has just finished out in Rennes. It finished Rennes 2, Tottenham 2, in a very crazy game, to be honest. Amount of injuries, Bergwijn going off, Mora going off. It doesn't really bode well for the weekend. But in terms of the game today, I mean, how do you think it went?
I was actually quite excited by the lineup, and when Ndombele got on the ball, I was like, wow, this is going to be a great evening, you know. Every time he got on the ball, he looked as though he was going to drop a shoulder, make something happen. He looked like the real star player out there for the first 10-15 minutes. Then he started to sort of, I noticed, even though he was good on the ball, he was jogging around off the ball a little bit too much, and then he sort of drifted out of the game for a lot of the time.
He grew back into it though, didn't he?
But then he grew back into it, but it did take about 20 minutes for him to grow back into it. Then Rennes started to get control of the game again. They built up a lot of momentum. They pinned us back, and you could say their goal was deserved because of the pressure they were putting on us. And then actually, Mora went off, didn't he? I can't remember who else went up. Bergwijn was getting lumps smashed out of him.
Kane went off just at the
Kane
same time
went
as Mora.
off. But then, funnily enough, in that second half, I actually thought as though, especially the last 20 minutes of that half, we looked in control. It was a funny one, wasn't it? But then when they got us on the break and they were putting these through balls through and they were getting on the overlap, it looked dangerous, especially when whipping balls across the face of goal. But I think, do you think that was a fair scoreline?
Definitely, I think it's a fair scoreline. I think if Lucas was in the positions that Emerson was getting himself into in that second half, it could have been a different result. But unfortunately, with the injuries we got, I think we should be happy with the result. But unfortunately, we can't really be happy with the outcome of what happened today. Unfortunately, just because of the injuries we got under these circumstances, I would have taken a loss if Bergwijn and Lucas wouldn't have gone off injured, and how important they are going to be for Sunday. Unfortunately, we've gotten a draw under very difficult circumstances, so it shows good character from the team. Because I think with going 2-1 down, when you have a front three of Emerson, Gil and Scarlett as your front three to try and get back in the game and adding the firepower, it looked very unlikely at that point we were going to get anything out of it. So we did well to come back from that and actually take control back. And as you say, we ended up getting the equaliser and we ended the game quite strongly. But it's no surprise that in the last 20 minutes, for as much control we had, apart from that moment, Gil got in the box and square and had a cross. We didn't really look like scoring at all. It was never likely we were going to come up with any sort of quality. We're pretty much relying on luck at these points.
Although I think we created more second half than first half
as well.
Huh?
Our first goal came from luck.
Our first goal came from luck.
But we actually, if you looked at it, we actually created much more second half than first half.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, especially in ratio to Rennes as well.
Yeah, but throughout the game we didn't create much, did we?
I don't get this constant theme of every single game this season, bar Man City, I would say. Take Man City out of it. Every single other game, first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes, we really look up for it. We look like we're going to attack the opposition. And something happened. Nothing happened today. Just something happens. And then we just get completely overrun in the midfield. We get completely overrun by the opposition, and we look like dominated. We get dominated every single first half, and then it gets to the second half and it changes a bit. But why is this constant theme happening? Why does it keep happening every single game? And it happened last year with Wolves as well under Nuno. I don't get it. What the plan is?
Yeah, it's a difficult one why that keeps happening. I mean, it can't be a plan to let yourself get dominated like that. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, it happened under Mourinho as well, didn't it? And I think it was happening a bit under Poch in his last season. So I don't know. It's hard to put your finger on exactly what the problem is, why that keeps happening. But
I just don't think we're aggressive enough off the ball.
Yeah.
Especially compared to peak Poch days, are we? I mean, we're nowhere near.
Definitely not.
So, I mean, we did show a little bit of that against Man City, but since then we haven't really seen that, have we? Where we've been very aggressive, pressing the ball down in advanced areas, and I think that sets us on the back foot a little bit. But yeah,
but I think, look, positives today. I think Ndombele was a positive. I think he took his chance to get back in the lineup pretty well. I think he was probably our best player on the day. Some of the skills he showed today were absolutely breathtaking.
How many
at times.
did he do today?
Unbelievable amount, probably 3 or 4, 5
and
maybe.
That one with the back heel that got us through on goal.
That was unbelievable.
Everything that he touched today, every time he got on the ball today, he produced some magic pretty much. And he was unplayable. Absolutely unplayable when he got on the ball today. And I think other standout performers, I think Bryan Gil.
Yeah.
He tried, didn't he?
He tried really hard. The effort was definitely at 100% today, but he didn't take command on the ball like he did in the second half against Passos. What I would say, but I still like what I'm seeing from him.
He had our only real moment of quality, proper quality in the second half. That actually nearly got us a goal with that run in between two defenders, getting a nice cross across the face of goal. And it wasn't for the defender cutting it out. Someone could have been there to tap it home. So that was a good piece of play from him. But yeah, again, I feel for him because he was doing all his best work in the second half with not much support. Like he again on his own a lot on that left hand side, and it was a struggle for him. Scarlett did okay, but didn't see much of him really when he came on. He kind of got lost a bit in the game.
Can't remember anything he did of any note, to be honest.
A couple of times
that one header he went for.
Yeah, pretty much. So it was difficult for him, wasn't it? Having Dane Scarlett, but a draw is a good result. But I think we end up today losers, unfortunately, despite the result.
Definitely because of the injuries. God knows how long they're going to be out for. Hopefully, it was just precaution or something, but I highly doubt it. I mean, it was stupid enough to play Bergwijn in the first place. I mean, he was just coming back from injury. We didn't even know if he was going to be fit for Chelsea, and suddenly he's in the team tonight. So I thought that when I first saw it, and then Lucas Moura as well going off injured just compounded to everything. So it's not a great night at the office, but in terms of the group and everything like that, 2-2 away to the hardest team is not the end of the world, is it?
No, it's a good result. But you would probably say it's a positive result, and I think we showed character to get back in the game. So those are all positive things. I still think Doherty and Davis, for all the whatever you say, whatever good they did today, I think in this kind of game, when it was someone like what Trippier would do in this kind of game, you know what I mean? He would, as much as he might struggle defensively, he'd show a lot more quality on the ball. And Doherty had so many opportunities. We had time and space.
There was no quality from Doherty.
And that's one of his
there was no
games.
quality.
Yeah, this was one of his better games.
Yeah, that was one of his better games, and it was still dodgy.
Yeah. How many times that he had time and space to get a ball in the box and just no quality? I
actually thought Davies was all right today. Actually, I'm not saying he was a great player, but for Davies, he did what you expect he should do, as opposed to on the weekend. Yeah. And I think it was a much better performance than Doherty. Even though Doherty did try and make stuff happen going forwards, at the back it was just. I can't believe he's wearing a Spurs shirt. I can't believe he's wearing a Spurs shirt.
And I thought Japhet Tanganga was brilliant tonight. I thought he was very commanding at the back. I thought he put a really good presence in there. Aerial ability, I thought he was spot on. And Ollie Skip in the middle as well. I thought he put in a dog-like performance as well. So
yeah, and I actually think Højbjerg was brilliant when he came on. Actually,
stabilised things a little bit.
Nice little poacher's goal from Højbjerg.
Yeah, really nice finish. Stood up to be counted when we needed him. And I thought he actually in that last 20 minutes, he was one of the ones providing real quality to try and push us on, and he was actually pretty good when he came on.
But look, that is the first Europa Conference League game is out of the way. 2-2 out in Rennes. We move on to Chelsea on the Sunday. Are we going to be able to put a team out?
We'll see. I mean, to me, it looks like Bergwijn and Lucas are going to be out, which is a big blow. Which is what it looks like to me, because I know Lucas tried to carry on and he couldn't, so it does not bode well for an injury there. Bergwijn, we know, was injured on the weekend, so he's only just coming back from it, so it looks like he aggravated it, so that's not good. And then Sonny as well, he's only just coming back from an injury. We don't know if he's going to be for Sunday. So
the quarantine boys, we don't even know if they're match fit and stuff.
So
like
if those three are out, like what kind of, and let's say the quarantine boys are fit, like who do you play in the front three? You got Gil and Kane.
You've got to change up formation.
Lo Celso maybe.
I don't know. 5-3-2 or something.
I think we have to do that anyway to combat Chelsea, to be honest.
All right, so there you have it. That is our reaction. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. We move on to the post-match fan show now, where it is your chance to have your say. We'll see you all there. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.